Hey dayuum.com followers, John Jimison here. I'm here with Mauricio Ornelas, Formula D Pro-Am driver for 2011. That's now a fully pro licensed Formula D competitor for the National Series for 2012. Nice to have you here, Mauricio. Thanks for coming out.
Nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm 24 years old, about to be 25. Been drifting for about, this is going to be my 8th year coming in. Competitively, I started maybe about 2 years ago. And I just basically try to get to this point where I'm at now.
So now that we know a little bit more about you, tell us about the car you're going to be competing for this year.
Well, I'm competing actually in the same car that I started off with 2 years ago. It's actually a 1995 Nissan 240SX, also known as the S14. Pretty much, I built it from the ground up in my garage. Started learning things on it, and next thing you know, it is what it is now. As you can see, it's in the beginning of, or in the mid-range of the project right now. And but I'll be running this car, the same chassis. I'll be running an FD. I just figured I'm already comfortable in it, and it wouldn't hurt me to run it one more year here. If I see how it does this year, if it does good, then maybe I'll even keep it. And if not, I'll switch over to something different. I mean, something different never hurts, but in FD, it's kind of hard to start off with something that you're not familiar with. So I just figured we'll go ahead and keep the 14 and build it from there.
Yeah, a lot of drivers, if they start with a new chassis, they spend half the season working the bugs out.
Yes,
so
yes.
You've got the advantage of having an original car you started pitching in, all the way to the pro level now.
The only thing here that I'm actually changing out, it's going to be the motor. I no longer run an RB25. It's going to be RB26. Same family and everything, but it's going to be something a little bit more power, and it should get me through the rounds of FD, hopefully.
Well, speaking of the rounds for Formula D, out of all the rounds coming up for the season, are there any that you're looking forward to in particular?
Oh, yes, definitely. The main round that I'm looking forward is Road Atlanta. That entry is just insane looking. I mean, that's I get chills just thinking about it right now, just how happy I want to drive that track. But I mean, it's just going to be, that's the main thing I'm looking forward to. Coming in, 3rd, 4th year, hot, and then just throwing the car sideways, it'll be fun. That'll be the main thing I'm looking for right there.
Yeah, Road Atlanta is probably one of the most popular tracks of the whole season. So, since you're going to be driving every round, hopefully,
yes,
and going up against many different competitors, is there any competitor in your mind that you kind of set sights for to, be at that level with, and like that you're really excited to drive with?
Honestly, the main person I'm looking to drive with, it's top. We could do top 3 in this case. Aurimas Baktis. His name's Odie, also known as Odie. He's one of the main persons I'm looking forward to, just because I know his driving style, and he's a really cool, down-to-earth person that I've known for a long time. And started off drifting in the local tracks with him, and I mean, he's just at a level where I hopefully will be. And another person would also be Matt Powers. I mean, his technique, his driving style is just really awesome. I mean, this last All-Star Batch event, I was just waiting for him to go out in order for me to drive out there and try to tandem with him. We'll try to keep up, pretty much. Try to keep up. And of course, Dai Yoshihara. I mean, I met him at this last round, and he's not one of those drivers that gets to their head right away that they're big name. Right after he won the championship, I actually went up to him. He gave me a handshake, and I told him I was running the series. Wished me luck and everything, and that pretty much meant a lot to me. After that, he pretty much went up in my driver book, and yeah, looking forward to driving them 3. It would just be pretty awesome to be paired up with somebody like that.
Well, great. So let's think back before drifting, before any of that, before you even were really driving. Like the purest form of just cars in general, what would you say is kind of like your first fondest memory of cars where you said, I like cars and things that go fast, I want to do something like that?
Honestly, the first memory that I have that has to do with anything about racing, it would definitely have to be off-road racing. I saw it as a little kid and pretty much just fell in love with it. I mean, if I had the money and budget to do it now, I definitely would be doing it. But it's just something out of reach at this point. But definitely that's one of the first things I saw. I mean, right after that, at the age of 15, I went off and bought me a little Toyota pickup and started messing with my dad. I started building it, this and that. And just from there, I just got that itch. I just got that itch to where I like cars, started working on them. By trade, I'm a diesel mechanic. I was working with my dad since I was 9 years old, and ever since then, that's one of the main things that I did right there. And I mean, I knew the ins and outs pretty much of a diesel truck, a big rig, and just applied it basically to the little cars. And from there, it just kept growing and growing and growing, and got to this point pretty much. I mean, right now, one of the main things that I really like to do is fabricate. I'll try to practice as much as I can on it. And I mean, it's getting me to the point where this is where it's right here. I mean, I built this literally in my garage, and I mean, it's something that I really enjoy to do, and hopefully I could put that in some sort of business later or something like that, something to make me a little bit of money, and start doing that.
Let's change up gears a little bit. Let's talk music. Now, music is important to a lot of drivers, whether it's getting ready before they drive or actually listening to it while they're driving, like as it's emotionally motivating. But do you listen to music when you drive? Like, what do you listen to?
I do think music is very important when you're out in competition, because honestly you get really nervous. No matter who you are or what, it's gonna get to you, and you can only pretty much try to help it and ease it down. I really like to hear like 3 Days Grace, Thrice, Chevelle, just something to pump me up and keep me in the zone. That's really what I like to do, and yeah, pretty much that's what you'll find in my iPod all the time.
Okay, so we know that you've been drifting for a while now. What would you say would be the turning point of your drifting career when you thought, I can make something more than this than just a hobby, like I can compete in a serious level doing this?
I believe that point where I decided that I actually had a shot to do something in drifting, to actually, make a name for myself, would have been 2 years ago. I actually just drift the series. I placed within top 8, and I got a call from my friend Charlie, the guy that throws it, and he said that I got invited to nationals. It was 2 weeks away. And just being in that top 8 position really gave me a boost in the drifting career. But the only thing at that point, I didn't have a roll cage, I didn't have a FIA-C, I didn't have a race suit, I didn't have none of that stuff. Basically, I was just doing it for fun, just go out there and if I make it good, if I don't, oh well, I'm just having fun. But at that point, I told myself, you know what? In the off season, I'm going to build my car, I'm going to come back strong. If I don't get my license during the series, then I'm going to try again to get invited and go from there. I just basically wanted to make it to Irwindale and try to get my license, but luckily I went to Vegas Pro-Am. A really good series as well, really professional, and I was able to obtain it there, competing with other drivers and stuff like that. So basically, I hit the goal. I think in drifting is important to kind of set your goal, what you're trying to do, because pretty much I don't see of you getting to the top and it ends there. I mean, with drifting, it just keeps going and going and going. So if you set yourself a goal, then you hit it. Set yourself another goal, you hit it again, and go from there.
Yeah, good. That's hundreds of fans trying to get into Jesse Mauricio. Right?
Autograph.
It's like the Beatles out there, man.
Autograph session is later. Calm down.
Yeah. Okay, so winding down, we like to go to our Damn.com readers fan mail where you send us questions to ask our interviewees. Let's see here. I got my list right here. Let's see. Steve N. from Sacramento asks, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Well, being Mexican, of course you guys know carne asada. I mean, that's pretty much one of the awesome things. But I also like sushi. sushi. I mean, I'm a sucker for sushi. I'll be there. You know, if I can go there once or twice a week, I'll be there. So I really like that. But those two foods right there really keep me going pretty much.
Okay, our second question comes from Tony D in Long Beach, and he asks, "What cologne do you wear?"
What cologne do I wear? I used to wear CK1, but honestly, I just picked up a sponsor, Avon, and they got an awesome cologne called Hunter's Musk. So I mean, I'll be rocking that right now.
Really? Yeah, I was wondering what that was. Yeah, I'm a Chanel guy myself, but
I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up with the brown bottle.
Cool, sweet, thanks. Our third question comes from Brian C. from Carlsbad. He asks, if you could pick any girl to be your umbrella girl for Formula D, who would it be?
Actually, Fontana Nissan RaceShop just provided me with one for the season. And would you like to see her?
Dude, yeah. Is she hot?
Oh, you be the judge.
Oh, but seriously, you could.
Honestly, seriously, I was actually browsing through Facebook the other day, and it's called the Flip Book, and this girl named Melanie Iglesias actually was on it. And honestly, Melanie, if you're listening, I need an umbrella girl.
There you go.
That, yeah.
Melanie Iglesias, email.
Yep.
Email him. So, all right. So before we go, Mauricio, is there anybody you'd like to thank out there for making your season possible?
Oh, definitely. I would like to thank all my sponsors: Fontana Nissan, Nissan RaceShop, Import Performance Shop, BIS, Garrett Turbochargers, OSR Dyno, Borracho Racing, Falcon Tire, and Rob Brokerage. I would also like to thank Dan for helping me out with this interview. Really appreciate it, guys.
So for all those fans and people out there that would like to get a hold of you and keep tabs and follow up on how your season's going, how can they contact you?
The easiest way would be through Facebook. It's Facebook/Mauricio Ornelas Jr.com.
You write down here somewhere
on the page right here. That'll be the easiest way. Any questions, concerns, or want to sponsor me, go ahead and hit me up through there, and I'll definitely get in contact with you right away.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
You know, great talking with you. And all you guys out there, thank you for watching the interview. Keep sending in your fan mail questions, and for future interviews with drivers and import models. And stay tuned for more interviews here on dayuum.com.
I really like Hunter's Musk from Avon. It's an inside joke, but you'll be
Hunter's Musk. The Avon lady came around.
okay.